Hello YouTube family, my name is Debbie Lash and I'm your yoga teacher for today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and remember to click the bell and it will alert you every time a new class drops. Today's practice is going to be 60 minutes. It's a full body, well-rounded Vinyasa flow. We're going to really heat the body, building strength, opening the heart space, stretching your shoulders, your hips, lengthening your hamstrings. Think of it like a hug from the inside out. And we're really just gonna leave feeling grounded and so satisfied that we carved out the time to be here today. So should we get started? We're actually gonna start in Virasana today. I've got a block that I'm seated on. And if you need to, you could grab a pillow or a blanket and just allow yourself to snuggle in. So gently close the eyes down and take a moment to turn your attention inward. Use this opportunity to honor yourself for showing up today. I truly believe that the hardest part of any class is walking through the door or carving out the time to be here. So honor yourself for showing up. Thank your beautiful body for all the work it's about to embark on. And I want to thank you for sharing your practice with me. It really is an honor and a privilege. Take an inhale for 6 counts to the top. Pause at the top and a lovely slow long 6 counts to the bottom. So we're ready for Ujjayi Rebreath, soft whisper in the back of the throat. Inhaling for 6. Exhaling for 6. Pause and hold the breath out. Inhale for 6. Pause and hold the breath in and open the mouth, exhale. Stick out the tongue, maybe lion's breath. Gently blink the eyes open. And I'm just going to turn myself to the side. And drop your right hand down. You could use a block here if it was challenging to get your fingers to the floor. Okay, and lift up, rotate the wrist and press down to lift your chest, maybe lift up, look up. If there's any pain in your neck, just drop the chin to the chest. But you're just lifting your heart, press through the tops of the feet. Take an inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. 2 more cycles of breath. Just like this. And from here, we're going to float the hips up. And it feels like Ustrasana. Normally Ustrasana, our hands are on the ankles. That's it. And again, your hand could be, grounded hand could be on a block. And inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Cross the right arm over the left for Garudasana. You could give yourself a hug. Some people's hands will just be facing each other. Some of us are going to take a full bind here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round and round. And this just feels delicious. Stretch through the back body. That's it. Stretching the lower back, breathing into the upper back. And lengthening any amount in between on the spine. Press the forearms together to spread the ribs. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale here. Inhale, float the arms up and away from the floor. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up, rotate the wrist. And pause here. Chin rolling into the right armpit. And just notice what's going on with the neck. Sometimes we want to look up, sometimes we want the chin down. So just find your sweet spot. And then when you're ready, activate the feet, pressing down Just press and lift and float the hips forward. Inhale, top arm up. Exhale, left arm over right. Eagle arms. Inhale, float the elbows up. Exhale, round and round. Pause right here. Press the forearms together. There's compression between the forearms, which helps spread your shoulder blades. And inhale, both arms up. And exhale, release. Come on to the hands and knees. A few rounds of cat-cow. I'm spinning my fingers back towards my knees because I like to stretch my wrists a little deeper. Maybe wag the tail. Exhale, round and round. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, round. For the last three, I'm going to tuck my toes under, round the back, stretching through the tops of the feet. And one more cycle of breath. Spin the hands facing forward. Step back into plank pose. Inhale here. Exhaling here. Good. And just pause, building some heat and strength into the body. And inhaling, floating the right leg straight back. Lifting up into a three-legged down dog. Put a bend into the knee, open up the hip. And from here, we're going to take fallen triangle. So we square the hip, bring the right knee to the left elbow, extend the right leg out, press down, lift up. And both hands down. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, press the right knee down. Inhale, glide forward into plank. Center the left hand. Stack or stagger the feet, right arm up and over. Inhale, float the top leg. Exhale, elbow to knee. This is an add-on. If you don't want to do this, just stay with side plank, building strength. We've got three more. Exhale. Oopsie, two. Last one. And feet together. Hand to the floor. Lower halfway down. Roll over toes up dog. You could do low cobra here if that felt better. Exhale. Up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. I'm just going to switch around. Actually, this will be the right side now. Inhale, float the left leg straight back. Put a bend into the knee. Circle the ankle. Good. And straighten the leg. Inhale here. Left knee, right elbow. Exhale, twist. Extend. Drop the heel. Inhale up. Exhale here. Inhale, arm up and over. Press down, lift up. Top arm up, hand to the floor, step back, Vashisthasana, center the right hand, sorry I've got my back towards you, top arm up. Float the top leg, arm up and over, inhale here, elbow to knee round. Inhale, extend, elbow to knee round. Two more. Good, feet and hands together. Vinyasa. Roll over toes up dog. Exhale. Up and back, downward facing dog. That's it, pedal through the feet. Feel like you're ironing the creases out of the body. Take an inhale through the nose. And sigh it out. Inhale, high tippy toes. Bend the knees. Step, walk or jump. Half lift, inhale, forward fold and bow, exhale. Hands on the sacrum, bend the knees, arms up and over,
And just let the head be free and heavy. And when you're ready, roll the inner thighs back, drop the head, look up between the thighs. Is there anything not serving you? Maybe stuff that's been happening in the week. Maybe a little bit of anxiety around Christmas, family, all that stuff. Just let it go. We can choose what frequency. We can hold all this stuff in the body, or we can just release it energetically. Just think of it and let it go. Pressing down through the feet. Inhale with a straight back. Lift yourself all the way up. Arms up. Cactus arms back, bend, open the chest. Shoulders and elbows back. Inhale, arms up. Step the feet together. Exhale, hands of prayer. Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees to get the hands to the floor. Half lift, inhale. Step back into plank. Exhale here. Inhale, shift the weight. Lower halfway down. You could take up dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 cycles of breath here, yogis. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Press the thighs back as you press down through the forefinger thumb and hug the belly in. 1 more cycle of breath here. Ears in line with biceps. Inhale, lift the heels. You might want to step, jump, or float to the top, half lift. Forward fold and bow. Exhale. Pressing down, inhale, rise. Cactus arms back, bend. Inhale, lift. Hands of prayer, exhale. 1 more. Meet me in downward facing dog. Half lift. Step or float back. Vinyasa. 3 cycles of breath here. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Step, walk, or float. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold and bow. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend the knees. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lift up, look up. Come high on the tippy toes. First Virasana here. Squeeze the outer ankles in. Exhale, lower down. If you're not playing with an arm balance, take Malasana. Knees wide. Otherwise, spread the fingers. Good. Lift 1 foot, then the other. 5 cycles of breath here. Look to the top edge of the mat. Lengthen the crown of the head forward as you kick the heels to the buttock. Big toes touch. 1 more cycle of breath. And when you're ready, exhale, lower down. Chair pose. I'm just going to turn to the other end of the mat. You stay where you are. Samastahi, hands of prayer. Surya Namaskara B. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Forward fold and bow. Exhale. Half lift, inhale. Step or jump back. Vinyasa. Roll over, toes up dog. Up and back, downward facing dog. Float the right leg straight back. Right knee, right elbow, glide forward. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Cross it to the left. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Right foot next to the right thumb. Warrior 1. Back heel down. Hug the left hip in. Inhale, lift. Hook the elbows here. Sink into the front thigh as you squeeze the left buttock, and then lift your elbows, which helps lift your ribs away from the hips. Press your left hip forward. Inhale here. Sink lower, exhale. 2 more cycles of breath. Keep pressing the left thigh back. That back leg is super active. Inhale, arms wide. Hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders down. Inhale, lift the chest. Humble warrior, exhale. This is too much. Just rest your ribs on the thigh. Or maybe you need to walk the right foot over to the right. Drop the head, look up between the thighs. And standing into the back foot, both arms up. Vinyasa, or go straight to downward facing dog. Roll over, toes up dog. Up and back, downward facing dog. Float the left leg straight back. Glide forward, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Cross it over to the right. Step it through. Virasana 1, warrior 1. Both arms up, inhale. Cross the elbows, but change the hook of the elbows so the other hand is on top. This helps you use the left and right side of brain. Squeeze the right buttock, inhale. Sink into the front thigh. Press your right hip forward. 2 more cycles of breath as you lift your frontal hip points up. Inhale, open the arms wide. Rotate the palm back. Exhale here. Roll the shoulders down, lift the chest. Humble warrior, round and round. Drop the head, look up between the thighs. So the back of the neck is lovely and long. Pull your left hip back to your right heel. And inhale, both arms up. Then you choose Vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. Roll over toes. Lift up and back. 3 cycles of breath here, inhaling through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out, exhale. Good. Just stay here, breathing into every cell of the body. Visualize the breath coming in through the palms of the hands, up your arms to the hips, and then press the breath out through the legs, out through the feet. Inhale, high tippy toes. Bend the knees, exhale, step, walk or float. Half lift, breathe in. Forward fold and bow, exhale. Chair pose, Garudasana. So we're going to do the same variation of Surya Namaskara B, but we're going to add on. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Uttanasana, forward fold, exhale. Half lift, look forward, step or jump back. Vinyasa. Meet me in warrior 1 on the right side when you're ready. We'll all meet there. Right foot forward. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hands behind the breath. Back. 1 breath per movement. Inhale, lift the chest. Humble warrior, round and round. Exhale here. Pull your right hip back to the left heel. Drop the head so the back of the neck is long. Arms up and over. Standing into the back foot. Inhale, lifting your shoulder heads all the way up. Step the back foot up a third. Tanasana. Hands on the hips. Inhale, lift. Hinge forward. Over the right leg. Look down. Forward fold and bow. Really digging into the hamstrings here. It's lovely. Hug the right hip back to the left heel. And when you're ready, you can keep the hands without or drop the hands to the floor or hands on blocks. Pull the hips back. Imagine my hands were hooking your hips and pulling them back. Both legs are super engaged, pressing evenly through the feet. And when you're ready, walk the hands around to the left. Walk the feet as wide as the mat, Pasarita Padottanasana. Nice. Walk your hands to the left. Put a bend into the right knee and then pull that right hip back. Breathe into the right side of the body. 3 more cycles of breath. Ujjayi Rebreath, internal gaze. And swap sides. Walk the hands around to the right. Put a bend into the left knee. 5 cycles of breath here. And come all the way to the top of the mat. Put a bend into the knee, step back, Vinyasa. Up and back. Take a moment to pause in downward facing dog. Just feel the poses resonating in the body. And in your own time, left foot forward. Virasana 1. Back heel down, both arms up. Exhale, hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders down. Inhale, lift the chest. Humble warrior, round and round. Exhaling here. 3 cycles of breath. I'm just going to turn around so I don't have my back towards you. Stay where you are. And inhaling, lifting yourself all the way up. Exhale, parallel the feet. Pasarita Padottanasana, hands on the hips. Squeeze the elbow heads in. Inhale, hinge forward. Drop the hands to the floor. Skandasana, turn the right toes to the top edge of the mat. Bend the knee. Hands at prayer, or hands on the floor, option 1. Don't worry if your heel's lifting up. And over time it'll come down. Option 2, hands at prayer. Maybe you're ready for a half bind. Maybe you're ready for this lovely juicy full bind. Flex your left foot. Roll your top shoulder. One more cycle of breath here. And change sides. You may need to put your hands to the floor here to support yourself. Half bind, full bind. Just do what you did on the first side. Just creating balance by doing the same on both sides of the body. It may feel completely different on this side. So just noticing how these poses feel on both sides of the body. This really helps us stay in the practice. One more cycle of breath. And release. Come back through center. Pasarita Padottanasana. Some of us are going to take a forward fold and bow. Some of us are going to take a tripod headstand. So you just choose what feels good. You could even take yourself quickly to the wall if you needed. Squeeze the elbow heads in. And we're up. Press down, lift the shoulder heads up. Stay for 3 more cycles of breath here. Gripping in the fingertips. Just shifting our perspective by going upside down today. Feels really good, but don't worry if you're not doing it. And open the legs wide. Hinging at the hips. Inhale, walk forward. Put a bend into the knee. Step back to the top of the mat. Vinyasa. Roll over toes up. Dog. Up and back. Downward facing dog. 3 cycles of breath. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Step, walk or float to the top. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold and bow. Exhale. Meet me in chair pose. I'm just going to change ends of the mat so I don't turn my back towards you. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Exhale, hands at prayer. Inhale, hug the ribs in. Shift the weight into the heels. Take a twist. Some of you might want to split the arms here just to spread the chest a little deeper. Have a look at your knees. Pull your left knee back. Everyone bring the hands at prayer if they're not already. And when you're ready, float the left leg straight back. Good. 5 cycles of breath here. At any point, you could take the back knee down, and this will take the struggle out of the pose. And then maybe you might want to split the arms from here. And then you might think, actually, I feel pretty good. It's easier to come into the poses with the back knee down, and then you get to decide once you're there. Lift the ribs off the thigh, any amount. Press the crown of the head forward, lift the back heel, and then press it back. Nice. Maybe rotate the palm. Some of us even might play with a full bind here. I've been bringing this into my practice quite a lot lately, just to keep that mobility in the shoulders as I fall out of the pose. Hilarious. 2 more cycles of breath. And exhale here. Good. Come back to the twist. Step the back foot up. Good. Twisting Virasana. Again, it's an option. I'm moving to the opposite side of the mat. Lift the heels. Lower down. Hands are facing the long edge of the mat. Just going to drop my feet back a little further. Hinge forward. You might be keeping both feet on the floor. I like to tiptoe my feet to the top of the mat. Press down, lift up. Some of you might play with Ekapada Vinyasa. And when you're ready, come down. How did that go? Okay, Vinyasa in between. Or skip it. I'm just going to change edges of the mat so I still face you. But flushing the poses through the body with the Vinyasa, I think is always a nice idea. If you've got the energy, if you're tired, just stay in a forward fold. And inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Step, walk or jump. Half lift, breathe in. Forward fold and bow. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Maybe walk to the right side of the mat. Chair pose. Exhale here. Hands at prayer. Lift the ribs. Exhale, twist to the left. Exhaling. So we twist on the exhale, so we squeeze all the breath out of the body, creating space. Inhale, float the right leg back. Exhale here. That's it. Some of you are splitting the arms. I was playing with a bind on the first side, so let's see how that goes here. Some of you are playing with half bind. This is plenty. But maybe you're playing with this full bind. Now once we're here, we try and lift the ribs off the thigh, any amount. Spin the chest. Sharpen the back leg. Hug your left hip back to the right heel. Oops, I'm out of there again. That's it. Good, come back into the twist. And step the right foot back up, twisting Utkatasana. Inhale, high tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Pause, you might stay here. Otherwise, hands parallel. Maybe shift your feet. Shift the waist, standing your legs on the back of that elbow, lift. Some of us are here. Some of us are splitting the legs. Lift the chest and come back. Woo, good job, everybody. Lower all the way down onto your sit bones. Navasana. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. You can bring the hands onto the back of the thighs. Roll the shoulders down. Hands parallel. Float the legs up. Inhale here. Lower down, exhale. Inhaling here. So the lower back is compressing into the floor. Shoulder heads are lifted. Inhaling here. Exhale, lift up. Inhaling here. Exhaling here. Inhale, lower halfway down. Pause and hold. How's it going? I'm circling my wrists. Inhaling here, don't give up. Exhale, lift. Not too much core today, but just enough to help you feel like you're activating that part of the body. And inhale, lower. Exhale, lift the shoulder heads. 2 more cycles of breath here, and then we're going to put the feet on the floor. Inhale here, feet on the floor, hands behind the head. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift the shoulders off the floor. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, the left. Inhale here. Exhale, left. Inhale, right foot down. Exhale, left. If you've done this before with me, maybe. Inhale, lower. Exhale, left. Elbows wide. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, the left. Inhale here. Exhale, left. Inhale, right foot down. Exhale, left. Inhale, lower. Exhale, left. Inhale, extend right. Left. Inhale here. A nice little crunch. Inhale, right leg down. We've got 2 more, yogis. Stay with me. Exhale, lift. Inhale, extend right. Left. Inhale. Exhale, left. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, lower. Last round. Exhale, left. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale here. Exhale, left. Inhale, right. Left. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. Draw the right knee to the left elbow. Twist. Yogi cycle. 1 movement per breath. That's it. So when the core is strong, you know what I say, it's going to help transform your whole practice. I really noticed a big shift in my own practice once the core had really strengthened. Keep going. And pause, right knee, left elbow, press down. And switch. And inhale here, lower down. Knees into the chest. And hands on the back of the thighs. Rock and roll. Exhale, lift up into Navasana. Do this about 5 times. Maybe you can touch your toes behind the head. 2 more. Last one, you're going to jump through or step back. Cross the legs at the shins. Vinyasa. Up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhaling through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Stay in a forward fold and bow. Good. Inhale, half lift. Forward fold. Exhale. Hand to toe pose. If you need to use a strap or a hand towel, please get yourself one. Or just grab your fingers between your big toe. I've got my socks on today. It's cold here in Mallorca. And even though the sun's just starting to come out, which is gorgeous, hand to toe pose. Squeeze the buttocks, lift the chest. Inhale, start to extend here. That's it. Press your left thigh back. Roll the shoulders down, lift your chin. Do you love this pose? It's a love-hate relationship with lots of people, I know. And I know a few of my yogis are practicing with me, who normally come to my classes, who are away for the Christmas, who I know will come and join me online. So leave me some feedback. Lift up, open wide. And just notice how your balance is. I was at my 3rd Christmas party last night, so 3 nights in a row. It's probably more than I've just about been out for the whole year. But it feels a lot for me. I feel tired. And it shows up in the balancing poses. Come back through center. Point the toe, arms up. Don't give up, stay with me. Warrior 3, hinge forward. That's it, shoulder heads in line. Play with pointing the toe today. Roll the right hip down. Exhale here. You can stay here or twisting half moon. Right hand down, left hand on the sacrum. Now turn the toes down, shift the weight, top arm up. That's it, stay with me. And just notice the poses that you don't like are normally the poses that your body needs the most. And these twists are confrontational. They kind of bring up lots of stuff. One more cycle of breath. Activate that back leg. Exhale, forward fold and bow. Well done, yogis. Take the feet as wide as the mat. Lower down. Just shift side to side. We're going to come and do the other side. But just releasing the hips with this counter pose. Malasana. Do you want another crow pose? Are you loving crow pose? I love crow pose. It's kind of my favorite arm balance. I'd say it's probably one of the easiest arm balances to get strong at. Build strength, feel confident. And I'm going to drop into a tripod headstand today. So again, you can take that to the wall. And just skip it if it's not part of your practice. Roll the inner thighs, flex the feet. Yeah, you can see I'm a little wobbly today. I've actually never fallen out of an inversion. What I'm teaching, I probably wouldn't publish that, but actually it's a good idea. That's why I do just keep my mistakes in, because that's why it's a practice. It's a practice of a lifetime. That's it. Some days we're acing it, other days not so much. Forward fold and bow. Just come back. Release and let go. A little bend in the knees if you need it. Other side. So I'm snuggling my peace fingers in between my toes, my socks on. And inhale, stand up. Exhale here. Good. A little bend into the knee. Helps plug the big toe into the floor. And extend the legs straight out. Roll the left hip down. Roll the shoulders back like you're leaning into the wall. Push your head back so your chin draws in. Sometimes we think we're more flexible when we're jutting the chin out. And inhale, lift leg up and open wide. Notice which hip is stronger. For me, I'm standing on the right leg now. It's not as strong as the other side. I definitely favor standing on my left leg for these balancing poses. And come back through center. Pause, arms up. That's it, lift up. Warrior 3, try not to touch the ground here. Hinge forward. Maybe you need to drop the hands to the floor. Play with pointing the toe today. Hug the belly in. And when you're ready, twisting half moon. Left hand down, right hand on the sacrum, spin the chest, turn the toes down, top arm up. Two more cycles of breath. You've got it, yogis. And feet together. Take a child's pose. Big toes touch. Rest your ribs on your thighs. Forehead to the floor. Just side to side here. Option 1, stay where you are, child's pose. Option 2, let's come into forearm plank. Shoulders over, you could clasp the hands here. Maybe today you're going to leave them flat. Tuck the toes, step back. That's it. I want to clasp the hands. I do prefer that. Press down, lift the back ribs. That's it. Feet hips distance. Just drop the heels side to side. Just strengthening the side waist here. Come back through center, just do both sides here, and then tiptoe the feet up. Your shoulders ideally are over the elbows, and your elbows are in your eye line. Hug the ribs in. I've got my feet together, pressing the thighs back, lifting up and out of the shoulder heads. And then when you're ready, lower down. Child's pose, how was that? Dolphin pose is one of those really heated poses. It's a bit like chair pose. They bring up a lot of heat, but often sometimes frustration, impatience. So just notice the feelings and emotions that come up when you're in these poses. Maybe leave me some feedback in the comments below. And taking another dolphin pose, or maybe you're going to take a headstand and you can set it up like dolphin pose and drop the crown of the head to the floor. So maybe you don't even want to kick up, but you want the sensation of bringing the head below the heart space, which is really great for lowering your stress and anxiety. And also all the blood flow comes to the face, so it's a youthful pose. Okay, so clasp the hands together, tuck the bottom finger under, great idea. Just to make sure the elbows aren't too wide, just reach your hand to opposite elbow. Here we are, press down, there's a cat pose here. Thumbs are up the back of my head, tuck the toes, and you might just stay here. And this is plenty. You're getting all the benefits here because the head is below the heart, but maybe you'll lift up. And you can take yourself to the wall quickly. Just changing our perspective, seeing things differently, feeling things differently. And 3 more cycles of breath. And when you're ready, come all the way down. And just take yourself all the way onto the belly. 20 more minutes, so you're nearly there, yogis, not long now. Lying all the way down. Just wiggle the hips side to side. And when you're ready, bend your knees, Virasana, reach back. Walk the knees back together, forehead to the floor. Lift your shoulder heads up, press down through the pubic bone, lift your knees and thighs, and then lift the chest. Some of you like to roll forwards and backwards here with the breath. Keep squeezing your outer knees in. And exhale, lower down. Just forehead down, move the hips. Neutralize. If you've got any props, maybe move them to the sides. We're going to take one more Virasana with the option to roll over on your shoulders. So if you're not sure, I'm going to demonstrate for you here. Otherwise, just come with me. Come into Virasana. Walk the knees back together. Press down through the pubic bone, lift knees and thighs and lift up. Take 3 cycles of breath here. Arms are straight, kick the heels back. Maybe you want to point your toes. Maybe you want to flex your feet, play with both. On your inhale, roll to the right. Press your hips and your thighs forward in your chest, but drop your head down so the side of the head is on the floor. That's it. And inhale, come back through center. Exhale, roll to the left shoulder. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, release. Press up and back. Child's pose or rabbit pose. So rabbit pose, you bring the hands on the inside, drop the crown of the head to the floor, lift up round the back. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift up. Coming full circle already. We are coming back into Ujjayi, Camel Pose. So let's set the pose up. Bringing the hands onto your sacrum, fingers facing down. Squeeze the elbow heads in. Good, take a moment here, press your thighs and your pubic bone forward. Activate your feet. Some of you are going to tuck the toes under. If it's hard to drop all the way back, you could even use a block here. So you don't have so far to drop back. So you're here. Press down, left arm up. That's it. Press the thighs forward, roll your chin into the left armpit. Look up if there's no pain in the neck. Press the pubic bone and the thighs forward. And change sides. Left hand down, right arm up, spin the chin. Inhale, stand all the way up. Bring the hands back onto the sacrum. We're going to do both hands down, dropping back. Squeeze the elbow heads in. Inhale, chin to chest. Drop the right hand down, and then the left. You could tuck the toes. Drop the head back. 5 cycles of breath. Open the mouth, exhale. One more cycle of breath here. Walk the hands back onto the sacrum to lift yourself up. Exhale, lower down. Roll the shoulders down. Just close the eyes. Take a moment to pause here. Just feeling the effects of the pose, the practice so far. And gently blink the eyes open. Garudasana. Come onto the hands and knees. Step the right foot between the hands and then walk the right foot over to the left. And take the feet as wide, both feet as wide as the mat. What I see a lot is that when people sit down, they're sitting on this, on the left heel. You want to snuggle down. If you've got a block or a blanket or a pillow, and you've got tight hip flexors, which are here, then use the prop. And it's really gives you that height. You can get both sit bones down and it's even. Activate the feet. But if you're like, you try it and then you're like, oh, I'm good, so maybe remove it. Remember, no pain. Well, when I say pain, acute electrical pain in the knees, we don't want any of that. And inhale, arms wide. Let's come back to our Garudasana, left arm over right. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, round and round. 5 cycles of breath here. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Lift up and back, downward facing dog. Pause here. 3 cycles of breath, squeeze the thighs. And when you're ready, bring that right foot in front of the left, cross the legs, lower the knees down. Prop or no prop, you choose. Feet as wide as the mat. Just take a moment to pause here. Left sit bone, needs to be pressing down. Both sit bones evenly touching the mat. Inhale, arms wide. Right arm over left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round and round. Just hinging forward any amount, or you could stay upright. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, release. Open the legs wide into V shape. I'm just going to turn and face you. You could even spin long ways on the mat. So you're now spinning around, you could do the same. And hinge forward. And this is a really nice counter pose to where you were. Again, if you've got a block, you could bring the block underneath the forehead on any level. Lower it down once you start creating more space in the body. Two more cycles of breath here. And inhale, lift. Exhale here. Beautiful. You could again use the block here. Place it on the inside. Elbow on the block. Some of you might be able to hook the toe. If you don't need the block, you bring the elbow down. Your elbow and your arm is pressing the knee back. That's it, left arm up. You could stay here, just this arm is lifting the chest and the ribs up, or arm up and over. Flex the feet. Pressing down through the left hip. So this hip is pressing down. Spin the chest. Maybe you can hook the toe. And other side. Inhale, top arm up. Lift yourself all the way up. Bring the legs together. And when you're ready, just gently roll yourself all the way down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. Taking the other half of Garudasana. So we've been doing a lot of the binding in the arms today. So cross the right arm over the left, arms in T-shape or cactus. Press down through the grounded foot, shuffle your hips to the right. Inhale, knees to the chest. Exhale, drop the knees over to the left. You can look straight up or you can look back to the right. 3 more cycles of breath here. Just neutralizing the spine, getting ready for your Shavasana, just ironing out all the creases. And inhale, lift the knees. Take a happy baby in between the sides. Exhale here. And just notice how you're feeling. Keep checking in with yourself throughout the practice. How do you feel? What's been coming up through the practice? Often the same feelings and thoughts surface, and that's your body trying to tell you something in your mind. So notice what comes up through the practice. And maybe hook the big toes, or you can grab the ankles, legs in V shape. Actually, this is nice. Bring the hands on the back of the thighs, circle the ankles. Both ways. So notice how this pose feels lying on your back. This is supine Upivista Konasana. We just did it a moment ago, lying or seated, folding forward. So it feels more accessible lying on the back for my body anyway. And when you're ready, cross the left leg over the right. Bend the knees, arms in cactus or T-shape. Shuffle the hips to the left. Inhale, knees to the chest. Exhale, knees over to the right. Look straight up. Exhale, look back to the left if there's no pain in your neck. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale, release. Take the feet as wide as the mat. Just drop both knees over to the right. Just windshield wiper the legs. Just neutralize those hips. Just do that a couple of times each side. And when you're ready, walk the feet together, let the knees drop open. Supta Baddha Konasana. And inhaling for 6 counts to the top. Pause and hold the breath in, and exhale 6 counts to the bottom. Squeezing all the breath out of the lower belly. Feel that little squeeze. And inhale for 2 counts. Pause. Inhale for another 2 counts. Pause. Inhale to the top. Pause. Exhale for 6. Squeeze and hold the breath out. Inhale for 2. Pause. Inhale for another 2. Pause. Inhale to the top. Pause. Exhale for 6. Inhale, draw the knees together. You made it. Shavasana. Feet as wide as the mat, palms facing up. Roll the shoulders under. And take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Let go of the practice by letting go of the breath, returning to normal shallow breathing. And this is where all the energy that you just cultivated throughout the practice, this is where it resonates in your body.
You can stay right here. Maybe you want to close the screen down and just stay in your Shavasana. Otherwise, wriggling fingers and toes. Lifting arms up and over the head as you breathe in. Open mouth, exhale, drawing knees into the chest, round. Rolling to the side. Just take a moment to pause. And pressing down through the hands, bringing yourself all the way up. Coming full circle. Hands of prayer, chin to chest and gratitude. And let's close by focusing on what is really good in your life right now. Attitude of gratitude. Think of 3 things you are extremely grateful for in this present moment. Try and think of 3 new things if you practiced with me before. Expanding your awareness of how much abundance that you have in your already beautiful life. Bring the prayer to the third eye. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. It really is an honor and a privilege. Namaste. Welcome back, yogis. Great to see you here. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the class. And remember to leave me some feedback, and it also helps other people who are looking for yoga on YouTube, and there is so much. So when they see lots of great comments, it encourages other people to share their practice with me as well. Enjoy.